harvester. I've already harvested some things, but I'm going to walk in front of this tomato bed in all its glory. And I want to cut it back, but I don't because it's doing so well. I still have some pink Berkeley tomatoes on here. I still got 2 Thai chili peppers in here and some basil that I've been harvesting. And this looks like a little small pepper down here, but it's not going to do anything. It's not getting any light. But these are the Thai chili peppers. We got basil. Here's a very ripe cherry tomato. A very ripe cherry tomato. And this one I would eat because it's been under there hiding and not as exposed like to flies and things. But they're very good. So fresh. Anyway, tons of those on there. Pink Berkeley. I don't know if you can see this, but this is my roselle. They bloom late. You may think that you're not going to get any roselle flowers, but you are. They just come like in the fall. So I'm just being patient. I have 3 of these. Of course, this one appears to be taller because it's in a raised bed, but I have 2 in pots. And I have to be careful going through here because sometimes I can hear the bees. And when I hear the bee, I just come from over here because they don't like it when you're disturbing them. Oh, here's a really big tomato. Great harvest. I think I'm going to have to do like a couple of, I think I'm going to fry some green tomatoes for dinner tonight because I have a lot. And I don't need them to turn the tie-dye red that pink Berkeleys do because I don't eat them like that. I like them, eat them fried. So I'm going to bring you guys in a little closer so you can see what I got going on here. And in the end, I'm going to show you guys a disappointment in the garden this year. I'm fixing my little camera stick, so be patient with me. But I fixed this so I can hold it. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to show you guys a disappointment at the very end. That comes with gardening. And it's not that I've had a lot of disappointments, but I'm not immune to it. I'm not new to it. So when it happens, I take it much better now. So anyway, the very bushy, overcrowded cherry tomato pink Berkeley bed with a giant roselle growing in it and some Thai chili peppers. Anyway, here's my Concord grapes that I planted for the first time, like what, a month or so ago. Of course, we're not getting anything until possibly next year. And that's something you have to keep in mind with any fruit trees or bushes. Sometimes it takes them maybe a good 2 years, 2 to 3 years before they get really established where you really start seeing an abundance of fruit. And probably the abundance probably won't come to like the 3rd or 4th year. Okay. Just to keep that in mind. So be patient. It's all about patience. Here's the other 2 roselle. Again, we will not get any flowers and probably until late this month, early October. My 2 Meyer lemon bushes that I got this year. Of course, no Myers this year. It's a new bush, but it is growing. It is adapting to this cool weather, which I'm happy to know that it's still growing and the cold or cool nights have not put into shock other than what I'm going to show you later. There's the other Concord grape that's on the other side of the arbor. Here are all my strawberries. Of course, they're dying back. I moved a lot of things out of these pockets. There's really nothing at the bottom. And we're going to walk over here because I bought another bed. Surprise. I bought this bed from Ollie, another Ollie bed or Olay. And it's all strawberries in here. And I think my strawberries would do better in this type of bed versus my green stalk, which some of them did okay, but I think they'll just do better if they just had more soil to work in. So yeah, so I moved them all here. I couldn't get all the strawberries in this one, but I plan on using this one as a strawberry bed as well. So I'm going to take some of these strawberries out that's in that bed, and we're going to put them over here. So I haven't decided where this bed is actually going yet, but this one is going to stay here, and it's next to the arbor that is packed. Packed, packed, packed. Oh, the monarchs have been on the Mexican sunflowers like crazy. And I'm going to insert a clip in here where you can see one that was kind of settling in on a couple of flowers earlier today. And I'll put that clip in a minute. But anyway, I just want to show you the arbor, how full and lush it is, especially on the middle and going back this way. I think I counted 10 or 11 spaghetti squashes. I have the lemon drop melons. I'm kind of waiting for that tendril to die back. This lemon drop has looked like it's been going through something on the outside, but I still cut the inside and see what's going on. So yeah, we'll see. But um I've gotten some more golden raspberries rebloomed. I ate a couple this morning. This is a new bush. Next year, hopefully to get some more. And then my habaneros are finally starting to blush. The peppers are doing fine in this cool weather. I thought they was going to have an issue, but as long as we don't get like under 40, I think they'll be okay. But I've had plenty of jalapenos, cayennes, Mexican chilies. I made some sriracha sauce the other day. Maybe I'll drop a picture in of that as well. But see how that melon looks like all tattered and like it's trying to grow some type of fungus or something. But I'm gonna cut the inside open and hope as long as the inside is fresh, I'll still eat it. But that's the spaghetti squash. Look at this big one up there. Can you guys see that big one up there? I can't see what you see. There it is. That big one up there. Hopefully, I might try to put a netting on it, but I don't know if I can get up there. I might have to get my husband to do it. But I'm still getting flowers, so I may still get some spaghetti squashes, but I don't know if they're going to get to full potential. But there's a tomato coming all the way through the arbor, the pink Berkeley that's in the bed in there. But here are the strawberries that I moved to this bed. Some fresh compost. I was looking for those scissors. There you go. Thank you. And some everbearing and June berries are in there. I found some everbearing strawberries in Walmart. So I grabbed the last like 4 or 5 plants and brought them home. So let's go over here. And this bed had the paste tomatoes in. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was all over the place. So I took those out, planted some sunflowers, and planted more crowder peas that are coming up. I left the zinnia because the butterflies and bees love it. And I still have this big boy okra in here. I'm not going to grow the big boy next year. I don't like the texture of it because I put it in some greens and it broke down, but not like I wanted to. It was still kind of stringy and tough. So I don't know if I'm just harvesting them too late, but nah, I think I'm going to stick to my red ones and regular green ones. That is a poblano, looking kind of sad. It rained yesterday, so maybe it just didn't get enough rain, or the leaves are dying because of the cool air. Oh, every time I see a monarch, guys, it's gonna be like a squirrel moment. I'm sorry, it's gonna be a squirrel moment. Just saw one. But anyway, those bush beans are doing okay. I won't do that again. It was a good idea, but I got some beans, but not as many as I would have preferred. And I really prefer the polling beans anyway, so I don't have to do this again. Next year, I'll probably just throw some flowers in there. But that big boy okra, go back over here. Look how tall it is. It's loving its space. And I really had to think about how like what was the soil like that I put in these beds. And when I thought about it, I had compost. I had been building a compost for like almost 2 years that was behind the garage. And I used all that compost in these beds. That's probably why I had so many volunteer tomatoes and peppers growing everywhere, because it didn't really cook or heat up. But these beds, soil is so healthy, and I can just tell how things are growing in them. Now, this is another bed of my cayennes. And as you see, marigolds and bell peppers and a squash that's got powdery mildew, but I don't care. So I got 2 squashes down there, some little bell peppers. Can you see that? I can't see what you see. The sun is on the bell peppers. I threw in some sunflowers. I'm holding on to this dragon egg cucumber. I think I've only gotten 2 so far because they're trying to start to die back now. But I'm just going to wait till it just says I'm dead. And then I'll take it out. My daytail peppers I've been harvesting. They're starting to blush. This looks like a little iron deficient. It's not as green as it should be. So I'm going to get some iron on that. This is a volunteer pepper. I don't know what it is. Some type of pepper. I don't know what it is, y'all. I don't know. I'm like, is it the Anaheim? I'm not sure. So I've been harvesting lavender. Let's go over here. And there's some more sunflowers. This is where the Crowder peas were. And I took them all out. They already was dried. I, got them out of their pods and stored in the house. Haven't cooked them up yet, but I cannot wait to see this one open. This is like a white sunflower, well, supposedly white. So I cannot wait till those open. I wanted them to be taller, so I don't know what the deal is with that. But then the rest are the purple cayennes are back there. And let's see. Let's go over here. I still have melons. That is a Jade Star melon. I won't be harvesting her no time soon. I want to make sure she's good and ripe because I did cut one open and it wasn't ripe fully, and that was like a waste. We got butternut squash that I can have. These are like the baby size, like personal size ones. Uh-oh, it's one under there, y'all. If I can move this. This one right there. One right here. I think I've only counted like 4, maybe 3. There's another one around here somewhere, y'all. But anyway, so I didn't get a lot of butternut squash, which was shocking. But maybe there might only be one plant too, so maybe that's the case. But anyway, so we got a melon down there. I don't know if that's going to make it because she's looking a little tattered on the outside. We got banana peppers still. Bell peppers. I'm trying to let these bell peppers get as big as possible because I want to stuff them. I want to stuff these. So I'm trying to let them get as big as possible. And again, the lemon drops are doing good. We got a J star up there. You see how it's stuck up in there? Can you guys see that? I'll go from the other side. Let's see. Let me go on this angle. I gotta watch where I'm going because the spiders up here, guys. See how that's stuck through the arbor? So that's gonna be interesting. How we're gonna get that out. And that's the spaghetti squash I was showing you guys on the other side. A lemon drop. I cleared out this bed right here a lot. It was mostly of tomatoes. I cleared it all out. Any little baby onions that didn't get any light and couldn't really grow, I pulled those out. But I did leave one tomato plant. What was it 2? One that's really doing good. The pink Berkeley that's growing through the arbor. And I've been picking pole beans. So all of this is going to be this. I think I'm going to use this for broccoli. This bed is going to be my broccoli. There's more spaghetti squash. And as you can see, stuff is starting to die back. Leaves are getting all dried out and ugly looking. Another spaghetti squash. Another spaghetti squash. Another one. Another one. Look. Another one. And then I even have a petite yellow melon right there as well. So yeah, the spaghetti squash wasn't having no problems this year, or the tomatoes. You can see some of the beans hanging down. I've been harvesting once they get a little bigger than that. I like them kind of tender. I don't like them to get too big. And then we're going to slowly go over here to this bed, which is all my Thai chilies, jalapenos, serranos. The serranos are finally turning red. They're shaped pretty odd, though. I usually get them longer than this, so they're starting to turn red. I've been harvesting Thai chilies like crazy, mixing those with the red jalapenos and making sriracha sauce. So this bed is doing good. This is the Peruvian pepper. The first time growing this, really, really tall. I see flowers, no fruit. So now I know next year to seed this up probably in February to get it an earlier start, just so I can get some fruit, because in a minute it's going to be too cold and I'm not going to get anything. So, but don't get anything from that plant. It's just this plant, these 2 plants, it's just a lesson learned. And I left one squash plant just to see what happens. Raspberry, these are the red raspberries. I didn't get any this year. Don't ask me why. And 3 okra. These are newer okra plants. So hopefully I'll get some okra before it gets too cold. And then there's a lemon boy lemon drop milling over here too. And there's one buried all the way behind the arbor up against that gate. So I don't know how we're gonna get that. Then we got one right there, and then it's even one on top of this arbor that I don't know how we're gonna get. That's a loofah hanger right there, the little green oblong thing. And I'm starting to get more flowers on my loofah. So maybe I get some more loofah, guys. We got banana peppers. This is supposed to be my red bell pepper right here. But they're not getting that big. They're not that big at all. So maybe this particular bed didn't have as much nutrients as I thought it did, or it's got sucked up by maybe the loofah or something. But the okra has really done well in this bed. I've constantly getting okra on these two plants right here, this one and that one. So then the poblano peppers are starting to look a little sad. They're still producing, but like I said, the weather is changing. So it's not giving. It's like as much as I know it would give, or look as perky as it would normally look because it's starting to get too cool out here. But anyway, so I've been popping in strawberry runners in here. So I'm gonna have like two beds like this of strawberries and then a long bed of strawberries. Because I want frozen strawberries. I'm about to pick this carrot for y'all. And I want strawberry jam. Oh, okay. Look at this one. I'll eat this just like the small. The bottom didn't get that big. But okay. Yeah, I usually leave the carrots in as long as possible because I want them to get some meat on it. Okay, let's do this one. Yeah, I'm gonna wait because the other ones are getting much bigger than this. It's like carrots, just leave them in until you know you want to use them, and then you pull them, especially before they go into flour. And then you can have some decent size. This is what I'm learning. So just spread them out a little better and then just let them be until you're ready to actually use them. And you'll have a better chance of getting a much larger fruit. Okay, so we did all of this. My two apple trees, again, fruit trees take time to establish before you start producing fruit. You may get fruit in the first year, but doesn't mean it's going to be a lot. I had to string this puppy up, this vanilla strawberry hydrangea, because she was all over the place. My crocosima is absolutely beautiful. And then I even got more jalapeno peppers over here, the purple ones, but not jalapeno. Is it jalapeno? I think so. But they're tiny. But that's fine. I can still use them. I'll probably just chop them all up and mix them with some onions and garlic and make like a little relish or something with them, right? All the flowers are doing good. Oh, I moved this green stalk in the middle of this bed because we're going to be restaining or painting the deck. And we may even have somebody come over here and build a pergola on both decks. So I'm moving all my plants away from the deck so I won't have to be out here nervous wreck watching what they're doing and making sure they're not stepping on my stuff. Because I can move this. And then I'm going to dig out the hollyhock, dig out this hollyhock and move it. I'm digging out that small hydrangea, moving that to the front, and those macrophylla hydrangeas in the corner are also going in the front. So I'm moving things away from the deck so it's easier for them to do what they need to do. If you guys ever want an annual that's going to grow so tall and lush and give you thousands of seeds to do it again, is this celosia. Isn't it beautiful? I love this celosia. Some of these came back on their own because, like I said, it drops 1,000 seeds. But it's absolutely beautiful. I love this color. So that was a volunteer. This cherry tomato was a volunteer. This is my ginger. You see that ginger down up in there? This is my ginger. We got blueberry bushes, two very young blueberry bushes. I got a few blueberries on here this year. Didn't expect to get a lot. Like I said, the celosia popping up everywhere. They never formed like this before. This is my first time seeing them like this. I love it. Yes, I had to string up a lot of my vanilla strawberry heads. Look at this. Look how big this one is. This is huge. Beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I had to string them up because when it rained, they were really drooping. And this is my knockout rose I got off of clearance. Cut this head off. Yeah, you have the dead head in order to keep the plant growing. So this right here is my moonflower. Uh, I am going to start these seeds earlier next year as well because I am getting flower buds. I'm getting buds, but again, it's starting to get cool. So I'm hoping the cool weather doesn't kill this plant because I am getting a lot of little buds on here and I'm just waiting for them to open. And they'll open at night and not in the morning. I smell this fly trap over here. I kept trying to figure out what is that smell. It's the fly trap. You know, it, yeah, I didn't put a lot of water in that, but Chris gonna have to get that and throw it out. But that's what I'm like, what is that smell? It's the fly trap. Anyway, so this is the other moonflower that has buds on it as well. And I'm like, please let me get some buds before it gets too cold out here. It's me deadheading. And it rained, but I still see some stuff that needs some water. Like I could tell that the hydrangeas in that corner need some water. This needs some iron because it's like a chartreuse green and it should be a dark green. But yeah, so the garden did really well this year. I mean, outside a couple of disappointments, I didn't get a lot of strawberries. Some of my melons cracked or just got some type of fungus and died. But I did enjoy 2 melons so far, and I still have more on the vines that I hope, get through or make it through. And so this back wall over here, these are this is a new garden bed right here, this little slab right here. So I got zinnias and foxgloves and I forget they call that little polka dot plant down there, which is an annual. I got a campanula in here and my new rose in here as well. This is another knockout rose. So this one did good. This has always been here with my mint and snapdragons and then these hyssop. This is a volunteer pepper. I believe this is a poblano. It's a volunteer. We got a sweet potato vine coming all the way over here, but it's actually growing down up in there. And I have another bed I need to put together. Well, my husband need to put together. So, and it's white. So what I'm thinking about doing, I don't know where I'm put it. I think I'm gonna end up making that bed a compost bed. I don't know yet. I don't know. Or I might put some Macrophylla hydrangeas. I don't know. That's got to be something, but that's some good soil up in there. This is going to stay as it is with all my herbs. That one is going to stay as it is, but I haven't decided what I want to do with this one. And then it's just random stuff. You know, the back wall. Zinnias, cosmos, snapdragons, the stone crop sedum is doing good. I did hit the bee balm, so to keep coming back. Rose of Sharon is that, tucked in back there. Echinacea. Hardy hibiscus looks like I might still get some flowers. Yep, I'm still going to get some flowers. And what else we got? Cosmos. This mandarin tree is doing so well. It's still, look at all this new growth. This is all new growth. They're really bright green. And then the dahlias are still doing good. And y'all see my hydrangeas and stuff all back there. So these pots are doing, and this is my newest mandarin. It's supposed to be hardy down to 15. And I get all my trees and fruit bushes from fast growing trees. This is a Owari Satsuma mandarin. And it's hardy down to 15 degrees. So she's getting new growth. So she's doing good. And I don't know if some of you remember me showing you my lomquat that finally gave me a whole bunch of buds and a whole bunch of fruit. And then I guess I just found out how sensitive this tree is because, we would get 90s and upper 80s. And then all of a sudden one night we dropped down to under 60. And look what happened to my tree. Now, when I'm showing you this, know that it looks worse than what it did when it first died back. It was all the leaves were just droopy and not as green. But with time, it's even more dead. But it's not dead. It's just that I won't get any fruit. The fruit has been destroyed. Look at that. And the fruit got the nerve to still be on here. But the leaves had drooped. They weren't as green. And it's been like this for like a little over a week. So this is like at its worst. It's at its worst. So all I do is keep the soil a little moist. I already scratched it back. It's still green. I just think it just got shocked. I think the shock of being in the 80s and 90s and then dropping to 60s and 50s was too much for this tree. So that's a lesson learned for me. So now I know, like when we have this great weather and I start seeing that we're about to drop under that 70, to just bring her into the greenhouse, because all the fruit that I was going to get, I'm no longer getting. So it's like, yes, I was mad. I was sad, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. I got a heater for the greenhouse, and we're going to be testing that out. When the temperature starts dropping, I want to put it on the timer. I got stuff growing in here, comfrey, some flowers. I got broccoli, got some collards. I just said that already, and other things. More strawberry. I might be passing out strawberry plants because I don't have too many, and more foxglove and hollyhocks that I'm growing in here. So I'm actually planning and getting ready for my fall crop. So I think for my fall crop, if I can get out of here, it's gonna be collards, mustards, broccoli, and maybe cabbage and some carrots. And then after that, and some hollyhocks. Anything that I know I can start now that will come back next year. So anyway, let's go back here. I tend to get ate up when I get back here. That's my lemon grass. I need to harvest some of that. This is another compost thing that I started earlier this summer with spring, and I've already dumped it in that newer raised bed and then dumped all the fresh soil on top of it. So it's still breaking down. So I'm starting all over again. I'm even starting up under there, more composting things. So anywhere I could fit somewhere I could compost something, that's what I tend to do. So this was a Black Eyed Susan vine. I don't think I'm gonna get any flowers because by the time she got enough light and warmth, it's starting to get cold. So yeah, so I got some lessons learned this year about certain plants that needs more time to establish themselves. But I just want to come out here and give you guys an idea of what's happening. And I want you guys to look at this Mexican sunflower all the way up there. That is one plant. That's all the way up there. And the monarchs, like again, I said, stay on this plant. And I still have seeds. And even though I'm waiting on one of these to dry out to collect more seeds from it, but it's very, very, very tall. Yes. And it goes everywhere. It bushes out. See how pretty that is? Let me take a picture of that. Where's my little thing here where I can take a picture of that? I can't do two things. I can't do this holding the holding the camera at the same time. But I want to give you guys a close-up of that beautiful thing. Too bad the monarch is not over here. But I think I'm gonna harvest some butternut squashes that's kind of yellowing and bring them in and make some butternut squash soup. There's another look at the Mexican sun. I see a I see a butterfly. I see a butterfly, guys. Oh, look. Where you go? You guys can see it. They love it over here. So yeah, now I'm gonna have to put this Mexican sunflower somewhere where I could really get a close up of the monarch butterflies, because I'm noticing that they're really enjoying this Mexican sunflower. So that is good to know. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting how I get all the stuff off the top of this arbor. But there's the woods. It was more bushier over here, guys. And when I come under here, I'm telling you, I get ate up by the mosquitoes. It's a little better today because it's not that warm outside, but yeah, this is like a danger zone. And in this pot, I did try to start some petite cucumbers. I don't know if I'm gonna get any. Everything is all like choked out from the vines, so it's a little wonky one on there. I don't know if you can see that. And this is like a little baby squash. So again, the weather's changing. I don't know what's gonna happen. So we shall see. But anyway, we're gonna stop this video. And I'm gonna get my butt back in here because I am working today, but that was a this is a lunch break I was taking. So let's try to find something pretty to settle this on. We did the Mexican sunflower. Look at those marigolds. They are just wild. And if you deadhead your snapdragons, they will grow back. They will definitely grow back. But I got a lot of planning to do for this fall anyway of my macrophylla hydrangeas, and I got to move some stuff around up in here as well. Um, Remember, I'm moving these incredible hydrangeas to the flower bed over there. They can get so much bigger. That's why I gotta move them. Again, my snapdragons are reblooming. My black-eyed Susan and Cosmo, not Cosmo, I can't think of it right now, is vining. More of the celosia. Look at the snapdragon, very pretty. And then my propagated macrophylla hydrangea that I did from last year. And then the butterfly pea vine is still giving me flowers, just all the way up there. So yeah, so guys, thanks for hanging out with me and looking at the update on the garden. And let's pull this in some. All that orange is the Mexican sunflowers. And of course, there's no monarch on it right now. But yeah, we're definitely growing her again. All right, you guys be blessed and also be a blessing. Bye.